They talk about you on YouTube, not like you to look cool.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ByBare. I'm Stephanie. So today we're going to continue on with my skincare empties and talk about facial oils, serums, treatments, everything I've used this past winter up through the end of April to keep my skin in check. So let's start off with some acne treatments. The first one I used was Clinique's Acne Solution Spot Healing Gel. This has 1% salicylic acid, and they've already reformulated the packaging, so it's actually much bigger and longer and has a lot more product in it. So I've already repurchased another one. This is another item that I've been using since high school. It will kill anything on your face. It will heal a whitehead like there's no business, whether it's starting to erupt or it's already made its little surface. So I highly, highly recommend it. It's a good item. The next one I've used up is by Mario. It's the drying lotion. Everybody knows about this. It's pretty famous, this little pink bottle. But I did get tired of putting a cotton ball into the liquid and then turning it around and using the pink sulfur part of it and then just spot conceal, you know, going to bed looking like the Pink Panther and waking up with either it still having pink streaks and hoping that the pimple is gone. Sometimes the pimple would be gone, other times it wouldn't be. But I prefer the Clinique one over this. A, I can put the Clinique one on and it's clear, and B, I can put it underneath my makeup. You cannot wear this underneath makeup. So I know everybody loves it, but I prefer the Clinique version. Now, my last empties for acne is good old Neosporin. Now I know you're probably thinking, what the hell is she putting Neosporin on a pimple? This heals cuts. It does the same thing as far as healing a pimple. If you're going to start picking out a pimple, if you're going to try to squeeze it or extract it out yourself, when it's already a whitehead, I can pretty much just kind of do what my dermatologist does and let it come out. Then you want to stop. If you see blood, stop, because right when you see blood, you're already getting a scar. So before that even happens, put the Neosporin on. What I do is I use alcohol just to clean it out, just like you would a wound, and then I put the Neosporin on, and this will heal, and it also will help the scar not be so dark on me. Being my heritage, being my ethnicity, the scars will be darker on me. I'm not certain on other nationalities. I think on fair skin it's probably deep red, but on deeper skin tones it's going to be dark. Our melanin is just going to show through more. So this will help diminish that. Also, from time to time, usually around that time of the month where I know I'm probably going to have some bacteria on my face, I will just go to bed with Neosporin on. This will be considered my moisturizer at the end of the day. I don't break out from this. And this must be a southern thing, because you'll learn. It's just, you know, the tricks from grandma and mom. It's just a wonderful thing. Go to bed, put the Neosporin on. You will wake up with the smoothest skin. I mean, your face will be so soft, just like a baby's butt. It's so soft and it's just great. So Neosporin is a beauty item, so it's not just for cuts and heals. It heals pimples and it really moisturizes your skin. So good old Neosporin, and it's inexpensive too. Okay, so that's it for acne. We're done with that. So now we're going to go into pretty much everything. How I laid out is how I wore it, whether it was in the morning or I wore it in the evening. So I can go into other skincare videos obviously in the future that'll explain why I did it that way. But for now, I'm just going to kind of do the empties, what I did in the morning. So the first one is the L'Oreal Revitalift Concentrated Serum. Here's another L'Oreal product. Now this smells extremely strong on my nose just was like, wow, the smell is so strong. So what I did is I didn't even put this on my face. It's a serum. I went ahead and put it on my whole body right when I would get out of the shower in the mornings, and I moisturized with this, and then if my skin felt still dry, I would put regular body lotion on. One of the tips that is just great is if you've got a lot of stuff hanging around, try to think how you can use it in other ways. So whatever you put on your face, you can also put on your whole body too. I mean, that can get pretty expensive, but I mean, you get the idea. I'm trying not to be wasteful, but it's just great. This worked great on my skin, like my body skin. It would help. I would really put it on my chest area, my neck. Always moisturize this area too, which always tells your age as well. And it worked just as good. It was just too strong. So I didn't want to risk putting it on my face and having some allergy going on and bumps and so forth. So I just stuck with my body and it worked great. So I don't know how it works on the face, but it worked great on that. I went through 2 bottles of the Eraclea. I know I'm probably saying this wrong. This is the Light and Brite. Now I went through 2 bottles. This is fabulous. This is good if you suffer from hyperpigmentation, the dark spots. Hyperpigmentation is dark spots. Any type of discoloration, you want your skin smooth and bright, just bright. This is great. Has a very nice texture to it. One of the lids is already kind of broken, but this is how it kind of looks. It's like the airless pump. So as you start to, you turn it that way, and as you start to pump out the product, it starts to go up like that. So there's a little bit still stuck in there, but it's broken. And it is just absolutely fabulous. I mean, I had some spots that were there, I would say for, I want to say the longest time, but this cleared it up. It would just start to eat away. I know it's eating away at it because it would just start to disappear, and did its job. And it's actually a natural base. Yep, it's actually a natural base product here. It's got a lot of good for you ingredients like jojoba protein, soy, but in a higher concentration. 3 pumps all over your face and it works. So I highly recommend that. Next, I used up 2 jars of Reviva Labs 10% glycolic acid cream. So that's what the box looks like. And that's the jar. And this is, I'm not certain as far as the fluid ounces, 1.5 ounce. Now, I believe I probably got this at Ulta. I kind of shop around, and I also would get it off of Amazon, whoever had it the most affordable. They say start off with 5%, but I ain't got time for that. When I have spots that need to go, I'm going to go in. You go big, you go strong, right? So I went with the 10% and it worked fine. My skin didn't sizzle. I know some people's skin, if they're real sensitive and they put on glycolic acid on their face, and it starts to almost feel like it's sizzling, like it's melting. This just went on like a breeze. It's 10% and they have a 5% as well. They recommend you start off at 5%. Just to get your skin acclimated to it, and then you can move on to the 10. But I just went ahead and did the 10 first. You do what you like. Reviva is a natural based company as well, so it's good for you, good for skin ingredients. And it did a fabulous job as well, in conjunction with the prior product that I showed you, just to really help smooth and get rid of that hyperpigmentation. Other than anti-aging, hyperpigmentation is very important to me. Hydration as well. For me, I just think because of my skin tone, and it shows the dark spots faster and easier on me, all about the brightening, the getting rid of the spots, that's my life. So anything that's going to help eat away at that and make my skin just smooth, I'm using it. So this is great. I highly recommend it. I recommend you probably start out with the 5%, but if you're in a hurry like I was, you can start off with the 10 and get away with it. So, Reviva Labs. Great company, great brand. The next brightening product I used was I can't pronounce this. This is like a medical doctor company brand. Lumixyl. These are topical brightening pads, and they contain 60 soft touch pads. So it was a pretty large jar, and it, just came soaked. The pads came soaked, and you just take one pad, and it had like the surfacing. One side was the cotton, crisscross, and you just kind of rub it on your skin. It's just another form, another liquid texture to brighten and help with the hyperpigmentation. So it did a great job. The next item, oh, this is so good. This beats everything out of the water, and I will always use this product, and it's by Murad. This is their Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. Now they had one that was Age Spot. Then they came out with Rapid. So if you're gonna go buy this, you need to make sure it says the word Rapid on it, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something fast and rapid. Instant gratification. And excuse all the coloring, but air is exposed to it. But it has a little pump, and you want to make sure that you turn it so that no air gets through when you're not using it. And this has 2% hydrocortisone, I can't pronounce it, skin lightener. You just spot this on the dark mark or any type of hyperpigmentation that you have, and I swear this took it away within the 4 weeks. We're talking before that time frame. I saw a major improvement, and I also got somebody in my household hooked onto this. He had marks on his face that he said probably for about 4 years. Nothing was work. I gave it, let him use some of this, and he came back and was like, where's more? Where is that stuff? Where is that stuff? It works. It works. It's $90. It's expensive, but at the end of the day, if it's gonna work and get rid of the marks, I don't care how much it is. It's still cheaper than going to go see a doctor and getting laser surgery or whatever the laser stuff is to get through and kill the dark marks, because them marks have roots. They go down far. This kills it, attacks it, makes it clear. I will always use it. I love this stuff, so I highly recommend it. Murad Rapid Age Spot. Another good thing about this, and this is something that I think people with deeper skin tones will know and understand, when we put a pigment light substance on our skin, the surrounding skin that's not dark can suffer from getting light. So instead of it being hyper, it's going to be hypo, H-Y-P-O, meaning it's going to be lighter. This does not do that. So if you put this on the dark mark, you're safe. The surrounding skin will still stay your skin tone. The mark, it attacks the mark itself, clears it up, and then you have your skin back. So that's something that I really appreciate about this. So I highly suggest that you run and go get that. Okay, the next item I used up is an antioxidant. This is an Oxygen Pure. I love using oxygen products on my skin. It just helps detox it, helps cleanse it out, and also kills the bacteria. So this is by the brand Oxygen Pure. It's their Pomegranate Moisturize, Nourish, and Protect Omega-5 Rich Ultra Oxygenated Skin Serum. That is one long title. Another one that has the pump for sanitize and also to keep the air out, and the lids, and great product. This I used in the morning because it was just that antioxidant to kind of help when I'm out and about in the sun. But it's not vitamin C. We'll talk about that later as far as why I do not use vitamin C during the mornings. But this antioxidant, purpose-wise, it did its job, so I recommend it. I have other products, so I won't be repurchasing it, but it's a good item, so check that one out. Next up is another oxygen brand that this is my favorite one. It's by the brand Cellfood. It is their skincare oxygen gel. It's just, well, obviously it's empty. That's what it looked like inside. It just had the gel, and I mean, this is just so full of nutrients and proteins and good stuff that you need for your skin. And you would put it on and it just melts in. You're just like, oh, I love it. This was my favorite. And I've already purchased another one too. This, according to the packaging here, it has a concentrate containing 78 trace minerals, 34 enzymes, 17 amino acids, electrolytes, and dissolved oxygen. This is good stuff that you need. Shoot, if you're going to the gym, I go take my vitamin and stuff. This is just like your vitamins that your skin needs. I mean, this keeps it healthy. It keeps the aging away. It helps with the wrinkles, pigmentation. It's just kind of everything. Now this I would get at the health food store. I got it at my local Sprouts, and it was around $24. Sometimes it's a little less depending on if they're having a sale or not. But you can also find deals on Amazon. So I highly recommend this oxygen gel. It's just perfect. Also good if you don't want a lot of steps in your skincare routine, but you want to make sure that you're providing your skin with the moisture it needs, the nutrients it needs, everything. This is a good alternative. So if you're I just want to wash my face, slap some anti-aging on it, and moisturize, this is the perfect thing for you. Low maintenance. All right, another good thing. This one I will also continue to purchase for the rest of my life. This is by Dr. Perricone. I went through 2 bottles. I have another one in my cabinet that I'm almost done with, and I have another one as well. So this is the blue plasma. This is fabulous in terms of making your texture. Now we're going to talk about the texture of the skin smooth as like the day you were born. I just get so excited when I talk about my favorite stuff. It is so good. One was given to me by my friends. One has the tester on it, and then this one I purchased. But this I incorporated into my routine. I do that one at a time. So let's say I'm going to incorporate something new. I'll finish a product. I'll bring the next one in, but I only bring one in at a time. That way, if I have a reaction to it, I will know exactly what that product was. Also, I'm trying to see if that product is going to show me what it's claiming to do as I'm testing it. So I've never used anything from Dr. Perricone before, and I had heard from my friend how blue plasma would just make my skin's texture just be like, I mean, just like butter, just like smooth, just smooth as can be. So I incorporated this into my routine. Now, I knew it was working because I went to an event, 2 different people within the same hour. I walked into the event through the doors. This woman had come up to me and asked about my skin. She's like, your face is so smooth. That was that. Then maybe within that same hour, I go to the other side of the room and some random person had came up to talk to me, and she said the same thing. She looked at me and she's like, your skin is so smooth. What do you use? This was the only thing within that 2-week period that was new in my regimen. That's when I knew that this was working. Now, I don't know how to explain this, but I'll explain it. Another thing that is $90, so it's pricey, but again, it's worth it. The smell. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fish Club, where I will be always the president and honorary member. This smells, it smells like rotten fish. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It smells fishy. Now, it's only when you're just putting it into the dropper into your hand, put 2 to 3 drops in, and rub it in, warm it up, and then you apply it. You're gonna be like, ooh, something smells really fishy. I probably got a bad batch, because that's exactly what I thought of when I first put it on. But it's because it has that salmon enzymes in it, and that's what eats away at the dead skin on your face. And it only eats at the dead skin, and it leaves your fresh skin alone. So it does smell like that. Now you put it on, you wash your hands, and suddenly your hands don't smell like rotten fish. I hate saying rotten fish. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell you straight up the smell. I'm part of the club, I don't care, because if my skin looks kicking, I am going to use it. And then the smell goes away. So it's not like you put it on and then the rest of the day or the rest of the evening your face is going to stink. It's not like that. But you put it on, and if you know your significant other or somebody else is around, they're going to be like, something stinks. Well, dear, just tell them it's only for 30 seconds, but my skin's going to look great. So definitely recommend to get the blue plasma. As far as I know, this is the only product of the line that has that smell. But I'm always going to be part of that fish club because it works. And the last items I was using in the mornings was by Sukin, and that is an Australian natural skincare line. Now, this is my facial oil that I had used in the mornings. This is a vegan, 100% vegan, wonderful company. They are based out of Australia. This is their certified 100 organic rosehip oil. I went through 3 bottles. And oil is 100% organic, 100% vegan. It is no harsh ingredients, no animal testing, no artificial colors, no synthetic fragrances, no mineral oils, paraffin free, and sulfite free as well. Carbon neutral, and everything's recyclable. So it's really good for not only for our skin, but it's also good for the environment. and it's all hand packed. Everything is in Australia. It's owned by a brother and sister, and I don't know yet if they have decided to ship to the US if you want to order from their website. I do know usually when I go to Marshall's and I see the oil, I check the expiration date, make sure it's way far out than what it is now, and I'll just buy up the oil because I know I'm always going to use it. So it's a really good product. You can find it on Amazon, but I believe it ships to the UK first, and then from the UK it ships to wherever you are in the US. But they are going to be coming to ship to the US if you wanted to purchase online. Last item that I would use during the day is by Olay, and it's the Filling Plus Sealing Wrinkle Treatment. Now, I did not use this for the purpose that it was meant for. This is supposed to be for people with very deep wrinkles in their skin, and this is to help fill it up and to help, you know, basically repair that. I didn't use it for that. What I wanted to use it is in the sense of almost like a primer. So I wanted to put it in my smile lines, and I wanted to put it around my lips so that the lip gloss and the lipstick would not start to bleed out, and my foundation and powders would not settle into my smile lines, because that has sometimes happened depending on which foundation I use. Usually it tends to be a foundation from the drugstore, and I hate to say that, but I have yet found a really perfect drugstore foundation that does not settle into my smile lines. I mean, I smile all the time. I love to laugh. I love to talk, so I can't help it. And if it settles into my smile lines, it's, you know, I can't be looking in the mirror all day long. So I wanted to have something that I can help kind of, what's the word? Just not let it settle in there. And this really did help. It helped keep whatever was on top of it on the surface. So I noticed that some of the foundations that I would use or powders that would settle into my fine lines, when I would use this on my smile lines, it wouldn't settle. So I would repurchase it just for that reason. Now, let's move on to nighttime use. So I have a few products for that. The first one's going to be my Clarisonic replacement brush. This was the deep, no, this wasn't the deep pour. I'm using the deep pour right now. This is the normal brush head, and this still has my old foundation on top of it. Disgusting. And that's why I pre-cleanse first with a cleansing oil. I remove my eye makeup with a liquid, pre-cleanse with an oil, and then I wash it again in the shower. So this is why I do that, so that I don't get makeup and gunk in my Clarisonic brush. That's why it's very important, because I wear a full face, so I need something to really get in there and clean well. And the one time I did not do that, I get a dirty brush head like that. So clearly shows my makeup was not completely washed off with just a wipe or one time. Okay, the next one is the Jojoba Charcoal Facial Scrub. This is by Michael Todd. Everyone's heard of Michael Todd being a certified vegan and organic company. This came in my MyGlam/Ipsy bag, and I got the facial scrub. Now, I won't be buying this. I just used it up because I had the sample, but I won't be purchasing the full size of this. This is really, to me, it's not a facial scrub. It has more texture of a mask. It's very thick in that regards of a mask texture with tiny little beads here and there. When I'm thinking of a facial scrub, I want to feel the grains and I want to feel it exfoliating. Not in the sense of St. Ives, anything with those crushed walnuts where it's just gonna literally tear through your skin. Do not use St. Ives. I'll put that plug in there right now. But I want to feel like exfoliate, for example. Exfoliate, you just put a little bit and you start to scrub, and it does not tear up your skin, and it starts to really get that dead skin off. I want to feel a facial scrub like that. This just has tiny little beads, and the little beads inside, once they come in contact with the skin, seem to just burst, which makes the texture even more smooth in what I notice. So to me, this is just a glorified mask, so I won't be repurchasing that. A couple serums I have here. Let's go through the ones I got from my MyGlam bag. I've got two of them. This one is the Eclos Plant Stem Cells Anti-Aging Cellular Activator Facial Serum. So this was the sample again in my Ipsy bag / MyGlam. And to be honest, I use 1 pump each of both of the serums I'm about to show you, and it's not enough time frame to really see any benefits, to see any type of gratification I felt in my skin. This only lasted about a week, and the other pump as well lasted about a week. So it's anti-aging cellular activator. It's supposed to, I know it's supposed to help repair, visibly reduce the appearance of wrinkles and other signs of skin decline. So basically having a smoother, softer, youthful complexion. If you're only using it for about a week, especially in the evening, it's just going to provide that moisture. So I really didn't see anything dramatic with this. So I'm not going to be repurchasing in full size. And then the other sample I got on my MyGlam, which is even smaller than that, is by the company Apothederm. I'm saying that wrong. It's the Bright Skin Serum. There's that word I love, bright. So that's going to help with hyperpigmentation, dark spots, acne breakouts, the blemish scars, and so forth. It's, again, not enough to provide that gratification that I need to see within about 2, 3, 4 weeks. You really need a good 3 weeks to really see if a product's going to work. One pump of this was gone within a week, so I didn't really see that type of benefits. I didn't really see if it was brightening or glowing my skin, so I'm not going to be repurchasing it. But it was a nice sample. And I heard something fall. Oh, my next serum to talk about. This is by the company Fresh, which is another nice organic, good for your skin company. This is the Mamaku Night Serum, the Advanced Age Defying Treatment. This is also another little tiny one, so same style, one pump. This lasted only about a week as well, so I didn't really see anything other than hydration. These sample sizes need to really be big enough in the fact that you can get that results that you're looking for. So I'm not going to repurchase it because I didn't really notice anything different in that. Another one that I didn't notice anything as well is by Mario. Again, the sample is absolutely tiny, and it's their Peptide Renewal Serum. This is their new serum that have came out around, I think, December or January. So they have their samples in a little dropper like that, and you just, you know, do a couple drops and put it on. Now, with the peptides being just complete peptides, that's going to help trick your cells into thinking, oh, I'm old, now I need to be new, so let me start repairing myself. That's pretty much what, in layman terms, the peptide is supposed to do. So I'm curious as far as the full size, if I got a full size of this, if this is really going to start lifting and making my skin even smoother and giving me that cell turnover and really attacking any type of hyperpigmentation I might have. So I'm curious to see, just for the fact that this is peptide, and you need to find out the percentage of how much percentage is inside of their full-size bottle to really test it out and see if the claims are real on that, as well as for firmness. So also peptides are good for loss of volume, loss of firmness, you know, with your chin that start to droop. When you start, you know, with the facelifts, you might want to go like this. You know, you need stuff that's going to help naturally help in these areas for so loss of volume and firmness, and peptides are awesome for that. So definitely, I think I'm going to go purchase a full size just to see the claims, and I'll let you know. Alrighty, the next one up is Mario again. This is his vitamin C serum. Now, this has 7% of vitamin C. Vitamin C you really should be using in the evening because it's an active and it's going to help repair your skin. You're going to go to bed and it's going to do what it needs to do. Use it in the mornings, you're out and about in the sun, which is going to help break it down and start to deteriorate, which defeats the purpose of even using an antioxidant like vitamin C to begin with. So I prefer to use it at night. I have checked through my doctor and a family member who's also a dermatologist, and he also had said, just use it at night. So I switched. I used to use it in the morning, switched to using it at night, and it was like night and day. So it really does help attack and repair the skin when you go to bed. The texture of this, it's another dropper style of course, is very runny, is what I noticed. So if you took another vitamin C, like I have another vitamin C serum that I'm using, and you put it on, for instance, your palm, it can either kind of stay up here or start to slowly go down. If you put this on your palm, it's going to start to run. I did not like how thin it was. And I also want a higher concentration of vitamin C. When I'm looking at my vitamin C and I really want that glow factor, that repair, I want to wake up and I want my face to look and feel like glowing like a penny. I just want that glow. I need something like 10% or higher. So this is only 7% and it's runny. So I'm not going to repurchase it. Another serum that I used up is by Philosophy, which is also another great company. This is When Hope Is Not Enough, and it's a facial firming serum with, I cannot pronounce this word, glutathione peptides, vitamin C and E, and soy. So this has a lot of nutrients that you need for your skin, peptides and some antioxidants. Vitamin E is an antioxidant, and so it's the dropper again, couple, this is going to be like everything with me whenever skincare. The dropper, couple of drops, warm it up in your hands, and there you go. Philosophy, their serums are great. They're not runny. They're at a really good consistency as far as a texture to really just sink into your skin. That is one of the good things I love about Philosophy. Their creams are great, sinks right into your skin. I have yet to come across a Philosophy product that I have not liked, and that's the truth. I really do like Philosophy, so I will repurchase this. I'm using another serum of theirs for hydration and light antioxidant in the morning. I'm using that currently right now in my regimen, but when that one's done, I wouldn't mind repurchasing this at all. It's a good serum. Now, two serums I did finish during the winter months and going into January was Tarte's Pure Maracuja Oil, and then this is Josie Moran's Argan Oil. Both her samples. This one came in a kit that I got as far as from Ulta, and this one came in my Ipsy Glam Bag. Excuse me, I can't talk. Let's see, which one am I going to talk about first? Okay, maybe I'll do them together. There's little signs on here to remind myself not to throw them away and keep them from travel in case I do purchase. If I was going to pick one to repurchase, I would pick the Tarte. Now, so we'll talk about Tarte first. Tarte's texture, it didn't have any smell, which was, to me, it was pretty good because at night, all these different smells going on. So it didn't have a smell is what I noticed. It had the dropper that I like. And for me, I wished that this provided me enough hydration. That's what I remembered. I wish that when winter was first coming in, it was just absolutely freezing flipping cold, that I had used Josie's first and Tarte second instead of the other way around, because I was constantly needing to add more to my face because it needed more hydration, and I was drinking a ton of water too. So I do wish that this provided more moisture. Now, that was just the one big thing that I noticed. So I finished it up, and right when I finished this, it was probably January started to come, or mid-January going into February, and where I live, it wasn't that cold as it was. So I started using Josie, and this did the exact opposite. This gave me too much. This is, and I know she has an argan oil that is a light version. This is thick. First of all, it left, like, I could still feel some on my face, and it took a while to sink in, and it just provided too much hydration in my sense. I think this will be good for people with very dry skin to very dry. I think that I will try her light version and see how I like that, if that would provide just that nice happy balance that I need, because it was just too much. Now, if I had used this at the beginning of winter when it was flipping absolutely crazy, maybe, you know, I would have liked it at that time. So we'll see, but I think I'm going to go and try out her light version first and then let you know how that works out. So I'm put over here so I can save it for travel, because these are great little travel sizes. And then again, just for Tarte, it just didn't provide enough moisture. Now that summer is here, where I live, it's already summer. Now that it's hotter and the temps are like 90 degrees, close to 100 degrees, you know, all those burst into flame degrees, this probably will work great because my skin is already hydrated, and then I can put this on and it's just like a happy medium. So I'm gonna, you know, get another bottle, see how I like it during this time frame. I'm finishing up another facial oil and, you know, let you know how that works. So I'm going to save that bottle. A few more items and then we are done. These are 3 little packets that I took for travel. And I do actually use one of these from Estee Lauder. This is the Advanced Night Repair Complex. So this is the serum that everyone already knows about. You can use day or you can use in the evening. And it's repairing your skin, giving the antioxidants, you know, that it needs. So, but I'm not going to repurchase this. This is a sample size, obviously, but I've already finished the full size bottle of this. And I'm not going to repurchase it because I have found the Korean skincare equivalent to this that has better ingredients inside, good for you skin, just more natural, but it also has a high concentration of the exact same, I would say, substance that makes this so popular, that the repairing and the antioxidant that this has inside. The Korean equivalent that I've come across is supposed to work even better. So I've purchased that and I'm just going to do a little taste test, so to speak, and see which one I like the most. So this is